Hello again, welcome to our session. I think this is the third one, and in this session I'm going to talk a little bit about the tenses. So we learned about functional words, we learned how to put them together in sentences, we learned how to connect sentences together. Now let's go back again to the verb, which, as I told you, is the heart of the sentence. The verb gives you most of the information actually that you need. It tells you the time, it tells you what happens. So again, a very, very important part of the sentence. Okay, in order to understand the time in English language and how time is demonstrated, I'm going to use a grid, all right, to show what happens. So this is the continuum of the time, all right, and this shows now. In order to understand the time in English language, you have to remember this grid all the time. For English language, for English speakers actually, present now is literally right now. 1 second before is past, and 1 second after is future. All right? And this is exactly what creates a bit of a problem. Okay, so how can I show that something is happening right now at the time that I am speaking? Right now I used it. Present continuous, I am speaking. All right, so present continuous has a couple of meanings. The basic, the most important meaning of it is to represent or to display or to show some action that is happening right now. Okay, so how do we make it? Is pretty clear. Using am, is, are, plus verb, plus ing. So, for example, I am writing on the board. Okay, present continuous right now. Now, let's be honest, do we need this tense so much? Not really. We don't usually speak about what we are doing at the moment because we usually, when we speak together, we know what people are doing. Unless you're on the phone or, I don't know, you're listening to somebody reporting a football game maybe on the radio, then it might make sense to some extent. So this meaning of present continuous, although it is the basic and most important meaning of present continuous, is not used that often. I will show you where else we use more present continuous in other places, and that's where you hear it a lot. Okay? Good. All right, so let's keep this and go to another tense, which is problematic. Looks simple, but is problematic. All right, so if I say, for instance, I wake up early in the morning, what do you understand with this sentence? Is it happening right now? No. This morning is gone, right? The action of waking up happened before. I am right now with you, so I woke up before. I wake up tomorrow again, hopefully, and I did wake up before throughout my life, early in the morning. Okay, so how can I show this one? This, although it is present, it is called present, it is a little bit tricky. It is not really present. Yes, I am talking about simple present. So if I think about it, actually, it's kind of a timeless thing. It is called simple present, maybe because we don't have any other word to use to show it, but to display it, but it is not really, has nothing to do with present at all. It has something to do with this. It happens in frequency, let's say frequently. And that is exactly why with simple present we always hear a lot of words that have to do with frequency. Now, be careful. When I say frequency, it doesn't mean that something must happen very often. It can happen never. So not happening is frequent. So I can say I never drink alcohol, for instance. Okay? So please remember, when I'm speaking about frequency, I'm not referring to something that must happen very often. It can actually never happen at all. So this is simple present. Simple present actually is very easy to show. I can simply say, I wake up early. So you just use the simple form of the verb. As I said, usually you have something in your sentence, like usually, very often, sometimes, every morning, every 10 years, every other day, once in a blue moon, whatever, excuse me, to show the frequency. And here, if you have the third person, sorry, he or it, then you need the famous S after the verb. All right? Now, let's come back again to present continuous. Let's say, let's say I live in Cologne, for example, and because I want to do a semester, let's say for one semester, I go to another country, let's say France, and I do one semester abroad. So imagine you live in Cologne, you go for one semester abroad. Now you are in France for 6 months and you telephone your friend and you say, guess what? I'm living now in Paris. Okay, so the second meaning of present continuous is I live in Cologne. After the semester is finished, the semester abroad is finished, I come back to Cologne, but for this period of time, I am living in Cologne. So this is the second meaning of simple present continuous, which is used related to present. It has another meaning which is used for future. We come back to it later on. So, review. Present continuous, first meaning, something that is happening literally right now. Simple present is basically timeless, has to do with frequency. Second meaning of present continuous, if there is a change in a simple present, all right, for a period of time, we can use present continuous. So I am living in Paris right now. I usually go to school, I don't know, at 8 o'clock, but in Paris, I'm going to the school at 10 o'clock, you know, all sorts of things. So change of habit for a period of time. Okay? So this is basically the meaning of simple present and present continuous. In the next session, I will speak a little bit about past. Thank you.